Okay, so I actually do have a number of positive videos that I am going to do reactions to, but this one popped up in my feed in the last couple of days, and I looked at it and I thought I just have to react to this one because it's ridiculous, basically. It is another one of those AI generated videos which puts forward a whole heap of negative mojo about Australia and is giving totally the wrong impression for anyone outside of Australia who doesn't know any better. So I wanted to jump in and address this one. Now, normally when a video is really bad, I don't tag the channel and I don't put the link for the original video down below. However, a few people pointed out to me that they would have liked to have gone across and basically reported the video or given it a thumbs down, etc. And I actually, after the last really bad AI video, and after someone mentioned that, I personally went over, I reported the channel, and I reported the video. So I am going to put the link for this particular video down below so that anyone who does want to go over and report the channel or report the video can do so. So if you are as aggravated as I am, then feel free to go and do that.
Australia's worst places vary based on personal preferences. The top 10 list reflects specific challenges, but diverse living options cater to individual needs. Perspectives differ, embracing the subjective nature of such judgments. So, here is the top 10 worst places to live in Australia. Number 10. Newcastle. Newcastle, a harbour city in New South Wales, boasts beautiful beaches and historic structures from its time as an English penal colony. Convict-built landmarks like the Ocean Bath and bogey holes dot the coastline. In terms of crime, Newcastle upon Tyne faced 14,123 offences in 2022, predominantly violence and sexual offences, resulting in a crime rate of 49. This marks a 10% increase from 2021, where 12,819 offences were reported, and a 4.54-point rise from the previous year's crime rate of 45. Notably, robbery, the least common crime, rose by 15% to 329 offences in 2022, from 285 in 2021.
Okay, so if you're going to do a Google search for a city in Australia, you might want to actually check the information that you are getting, because they basically just quoted all these statistics for Newcastle upon Tyne, which is actually a city in England. So all this stuff that they've come out with has got nothing to do with Newcastle in Australia. But whoever the half-wit was who did this video, whether they did it with ChatGPT or whatever, they haven't fact-checked. They've just somehow wound up with information about a place in a completely different part of the world.
Number 9. Wollongong. Wollongong is a coastal port city south of Sydney. Visitors flock to the area for the beaches and rock pools. It's a great place for outdoor adventures like mountain climbing, surfing and hang gliding. With a population of 295,600, Wollongong is also home to many industrial companies. The overall crime score is 54. which makes it moderately dangerous. Common crimes include harassment, drug dealing, and assaults. You should avoid walking around at night.
Okay, so here's a tip. If you're going to plagiarise directly off a website, don't then put a page from that website showing the entire script that you've just plagiarised. Now, here's the thing. Wollongong is a popular retirement place. I don't know where this Travel Safe Abroad website gets its data from, but honestly, this is overkill. I wouldn't consider Wollongong dangerous. Sure, you can have drug dealing anywhere in Australia. You can have assaults anywhere in Australia. As for avoiding walking at night, well, I don't know because, I'm not a local to Wollongong, but most places in Australia, you're pretty safe walking at night. So this gets my goat. I know I've got subscribers from the area, so please feel free to leave comments below and bring us up to speed with what Wollongong is really like, because this is just insane.
Number 8. Ballarat.
Ballarat, you gotta be kidding me, right? And no, that image is not of Ballarat, I can assure you, right then and there.
Ballarat, situated in the Central Highlands of Victoria, boasts a population of around 116,000 and is celebrated for its Victorian heritage and architecture. Originating from the Australian gold rush in the 1850s, the city now features attractions like the Sovereign Hill Open-Air Museum, a recreation of a gold mining settlement. With a crime index of 56.5, Ballarat is considered moderately dangerous for a city of its size. Reported crimes encompass drug dealing, vandalism, theft, assault, and armed robbery. Visitors are advised to secure valuables and exercise caution, particularly regarding potential taxi scams.
Okay, I'll admit the Samantha Murphy case has brought Ballarat to the attention of the world. But Ballarat is such a safe place to visit, a safe place to live. I don't know where they're getting this data from, but trust me, you can go to Ballarat and be 100% safe. And that the twat that did what he did to Samantha Murphy, he's in jail, he's never coming out. He's just a spoiled little rich kid. And, you get that wherever. That's got no reflection on Ballarat whatsoever. My niece lived in Ballarat for a year doing university, 100% safe. We never had any concerns about her living there. I have other family who used to live in Ballarat. This is just a joke. Of all the places that you would not expect to see in this video, definitely Ballarat is one of them.
Number 7. Geelong. Just southeast of Melbourne, this Victorian city on the bay is home to Australia's oldest football team. A charming esplanade featuring a boardwalk and carousel, and picturesque botanical gardens boasting a population of 276,116. The city experienced a 17% increase in crime rates in 2022 compared to the previous year. The total of 456 crimes includes assaults, vehicle theft, and aggravated burglary. Caution is advised for visitors in crowded spaces, and aimless nighttime walks are discouraged for safety reasons.
How ironic is it that you have this moron probably in the United States, preaching about places that they've never been to, places that they know nothing about, and saying crap like, oh, well, it had a whole 65 crimes last year or in 2022. Do the math. That's one crime a day, and then you've got 100 spares, so, 1 1/3 crimes a day in a massive city. And come on, get real. They're not significant crimes. You're not going to be unsafe wandering Geelong at night. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. It's just preposterous. So I don't know if this is all from the one website that they've got all their details. It looks like it probably is. But what a freaking joke.
Number 6. Townsville. Situated on the northwestern coast of Australia, this city, with a population just over 180,800, is renowned as a resort town. Its focal point is a pier housing a water park, aquarium, and sea turtle hospital. Unfortunately, Townsville is considered unsafe for both tourists and residents, ranking among the worst for crime. In the past year, a staggering 31,932 crimes were reported, including 3,000 break-ins, 6,100 drug offences, and 1,829 assaults, often attributed to youth gangs. Visitors are advised to keep valuables secure, lock vehicles, and avoid nighttime strolls.
So some website somewhere has got hold of some bogus statistics. They've come up with this notion of places that are bad places in Australia based on some crime statistics from gosh knows where. And they're telling us that even locals aren't safe in Townsville. Well, given the influx of tourists every single year to Townsville, I wonder if anyone's actually mentioned this to the tourists and the locals, who are more than safe, more than happy when they visit Townsville. Perhaps these morons that come up with these videos should actually spend a bit more time watching creators like One Pack Wanderers to see what these places really are like.
Number 5. Toowoomba. Located in Queensland, Toowoomba is a small city with a population just over 142,163. Celebrated for its historic charm, parks, and public gardens. The downtown area offers a chance to enjoy their renowned coffee and local art. However, caution is advised, as the city's crime rate surpasses that of 98.9% of cities its size. In the past year, reported incidents included 639 thefts, 273 drug arrests, and 124 crimes of deception, highlighting the need for vigilance among visitors.
So they've taken a list of petty crimes and decided that makes it an unsafe place to visit. My gosh. Toowoomba is... They're basically looking at popular tourism destinations and telling people don't go there. What a joke. This is such a negative, such a misinformed... I'm just irate. Like, part of me wants to just end the video here, but it's like watching a train wreck. I want to know what other places it's claiming as being, places that tourists shouldn't visit because they're just so very dangerous. Well, I can tell you now, if you're an American coming to Australia, most of the places, 99.9% of the places that you are going to visit are going to be safer than the place where you live in America. So to the arsewipe who created this original video, you're a moron. You shouldn't be on YouTube. You shouldn't be allowed to be putting videos like this out in the first place.
Number 4. Darwin. Darwin, a northern city with a population of 147,200, is renowned for outdoor markets, water attractions, and crocodile cruises. While tourists should be cautious of scammers and pickpockets, they aren't primary targets in the current surge of violent crime plaguing the city. In 2022, reported assaults exceeded 10,200, and commercial break-ins and robberies rose by 62% compared to the previous year. Recent incidents, including the stabbing death of a bottle shop employee, have left business owners fearful. Regular protests within the city address concerns over the escalating crime rate.
Okay, yeah, Darwin's a bit rough around the edges in some places. But at the same time, if you look on various forums, people say that they feel safe travelling in Darwin. You can't look at one stabbing death and say that place is no longer safe. Hobart had a stabbing death a few, 6 years ago, 8 years ago, I can't remember, quite a while back. That doesn't make Hobart unsafe. You get stabbing deaths in Melbourne. Stabbing deaths occur. That doesn't mean that the general population should be quaking in their shoes. From what I gather, like I said, I've heard that Darwin isn't perfect, but it's not as dangerous as what they're making it out to be either. Correct me if I'm wrong on this though, because like I said, as you know, I'm from the southern part of Australia, so areas like Darwin I'm not as familiar with.
Number 3. Cairns. Cairns, with a population of 153,900, serves as the gateway to the Great Barrier Reef in tropical Queensland. Popular for snorkeling and diving, it boasts 2,900 reefs and 1,500 marine species. While the downtown area offers diverse attractions, Cairns ranks 302 on the list of Australia's safest cities. In 2022, over 18,200 reported crimes, including break-ins, muggings, assaults, stolen cars, and vandalism, underscore safety concerns. Irony struck in March 2023 when a Cairns police officer was attacked while reporting on a crime.
Okay, well let's start with the pronunciation. It's Cairns, it's not all those other things that he said. Now I have to say, I just feel like, and this is the first time I've done this, I'm done with this video. This is just such a negative video. It is spreading misinformation, and it is giving this misconception that Australia is a dangerous place to visit. And it's not. They're looking at comparative crime rates within Australia. But at the end of the day, Australia is one of the safest places that you can visit, one of the safest places that you can live. So all this bullcrap that they're saying, sure, we have crimes in every city. Heck, we had a ram raid in Bendigo last weekend, which is something you would never ever expect here in our quiet little regional town, or regional city. I call it a town because it feels like a town. But that doesn't make Bendigo the crime capital of Australia. Bendigo's not even a blip on the radar. And this notion, what they're trying to convey is, it seems like they're basing it on this whole notion of the American perception of everywhere you go there's going to be violence and there's crimes, and they just do not understand Australian culture. That's the perception that I'm getting from this video. This is just some moron who's gone to one website and they haven't even written their own script. They've just plagiarised from a website which has clearly got its facts wrong and has over-exaggerated crime statistics for various places in Australia. Like, oh my gosh, Ballarat, you're killing me, right? My brain is still reeling that some moron would turn around and say Ballarat is an unsafe place to visit or an place safe to live. I can't even speak straight, I'm so angry. Like, saying that Ballarat is unsafe, just what a joke. Trust me, I've been there so many times. I mean, from Bendigo, it's only a few hours drive. There's some lovely things to do in Ballarat, including the Sovereign Hill. So, yeah, look, I'm just speechless over this video. And when I finish this video, I am definitely going to go over and report this video, and I'm going to report this particular channel because it is just insane. So, sorry that I've decided to just cut it off here, but it's just making my blood boil too much. And I find when I get this angry that my ability for rational argument goes out the window. So basically all you would get from me for the rest of this video would be what a load of rot, basically. And I'm not going to be able to come out with logical, rational arguments because I've just gone beyond that point. Sorry for the rant. I hope you will forgive me for this. So thanks for listening. If I haven't scared you off, please subscribe. Please hit the like button and leave a comment below. Especially if you live in one of these places or have been to one of these places. What is your perception of these various places? Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.